number 10. Okay, so if the equation of the regression line for the day's high temperatures X and mean number of robberies committed that day is this, so there's an equation. Notice X is the temp and Y is number of robberies. Look at that. Is there a connection? Right? When the higher temperature, more robberies, then on average, days with higher temperatures also tend to be days with greater number of robberies. Is that true? Is that what this equation is saying? Well, to know that, you've got to remember how linear equations work. A little bit about them. Not a lot, but a little. Remember y equals mx plus b? Do you remember that from your algebra days? Your algebra days, those were some of the best days of your life, right? You don't have to know a lot of algebra, don't worry. All you really got to know is m is the slope. Do you remember how m is the slope, which is like rise over run? Remember that? About all you need to know.
Yeah.
So the m is slope. Slope is the number next to x. So in this case, it's the 0.3. So 0.3, which is a what? Positive number. So a line that goes up to the right, positive slope. A line that goes down to the right is, going to be a negative. So I'll put it over here.
I can't remember if I heard you record again. How do I tell? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Sorry. I just want to make sure I can refer to this later.
Negative slope. So, all right. So positive slopes go up to the right. Negative slopes go down to the right. And the x-axis, in this case, what is the x-axis here? What says it's temperature? And the y-axis is number of robberies. So y-axis right here is number of robberies. So now how do the dots go? Well, they go like this, don't they? How do you know they go like this? Well, ours is a positive slope. Right? Where do you get that? Right here? Right? Positive, right? So that whenever you have a y equals mx plus b equation, the number next to x is the slope. So if it's positive, that's a positive slope. That's a line going up to the right. So we know our line goes up to right. It's not this. This is not it down there, right? It's not a negative slope line. It's a positive slope line. It goes up to the right. The dots go up to the right. It's a positive slope. So what? Well, that means, and as you go to the right, what is this? Remember, this is 0 right here. This is, hotter and hotter. Well, it's probably kind of a funny line. But anyway, let's just say this is like 70 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, right? These are temperatures. And what are these? Number of robberies in the city, maybe. I don't know if it's, 10 robberies in the city this month, 20. The average, so say maybe like the average temperature goes up, then the number of robberies is going up. Do you see that? Positive slope. What does positive slope mean? It means it goes up to the right. Meaning as you go to the right, temperatures go higher, the graph goes up, number of robberies go higher. That's what a positive slope means, huh? Whereas a negative slope down here, that's not what we have. But if we did have a negative number in the front of x, negative 0.3, we don't. But if we did, that would mean you go down to the right, meaning as you go to the right, as temperatures go up, number of robberies go down. But in our case, the line's going up to the right, meaning as you go to the right, temperatures go up, so do robberies. Is that what they're saying? Days with higher temperatures also tend to be days with greater number of robberies. Yes, that's true. That's exactly what this equation would be telling us. And we're going to calculate those equations in days to come. Right now, I'm just laying the foundation, getting you thinking about how an equation produces a graph which tells us something about the real world and how things connect. Might this be true? I think so. I bet you if you take real life data in a city like Fresno, that the days with higher temperatures, like let's say months, the months that have higher average temperatures, I bet you they are months that have more robberies. I bet there's more robberies that happen in the summer than in the freezing winter, especially in some towns where it gets really cold in the winter and everything's frozen. People don't go out very much. There's probably not much robbery. So it's not that the temperature is causing robbery, but it is connected. And so that's part of what, like police, criminal investigations, that, that's part of what they would want to know. This data would help them know how many officers they need out and about. And it would tell them it has to do with the weather. If the weather's warmer, there's more bad activity going on. So everybody understand that. So this number next to X is the slope. If it's positive, which it was, positive 0.3, that means the line goes up to the right, meaning as temperature goes up, because they told me X-axis was temperature, that the line goes up, the Y-axis goes up, and Y-axis they told me is robberies. So as temperature goes up, robberies goes up. Yep, that's what it's saying. There we go.